All right, it is an unusual day that I get to do this on YouTube live. So hold on, I am going to manage somehow. Um, and today I'm doing Playground of Life. This is going to be a really quick, easy set for you to do. I thought I had it out. Yes, I do. It's right here. Sorry. All right, so Playground of Life, this is, oh, you're seeing it all backwards. That's too bad because I don't really know how to fix that, so that's okay. I'll put it, when I put the camera down, you'll get to see it in its original form. This is a really cute set. You're gonna really like this one, and it may be available later. I'm not sure if it is right now. I kind of forgot to check that, but I'm gonna just do little bookmarks with it. That was what was in my newsletter this week, and if you don't get my newsletter, go ahead and go to my website, and you can sign up for that really easily there. Just for ideas, usually it comes out every week, but sometimes now I'm kind of not always on top of things. I'm really busy. Jeff is retired, my husband Jeff, and now we are doing things. He's home all the time, and I don't want to be doing this while he's home, so I don't. And I'm going to put this down while we get going on it. Yes, I thought you'd be able to see this once I'm finally up and about. I should probably find this stream on my other computer to see what's going on, but I just didn't. So I've got the colors out that we're going to be using today, and I do want to use this paper. It's beautiful. Now this paper is called Everyday Happiness, and when I was looking to see what colors I wanted to use with it, I noticed that the blue they're showing says Pretty Peacock, which it is, I guess. This is the vine. But these other ones, I decided when I did my little swatches, I decided to get Pool Party out instead for that because Pretty Peacock's nice, but it would have been way too dark for all of the parts that I wanted to do with it. So anyhow, that is how it's going to go. It's just a little piece of black or white, basic white cardstock. Oh, this is the last project I just did with you on Facebook, and I'm trying to get out another really quick one here. I'm a week late. I'm a week late. We went on vacation just for a day, a couple of days really, and then with Jeff home all the time, I just don't get around to doing this like I should. In my newsletter, we did these little bookmarks. They're very fun, and I pulled out an old set for this. So check out the newsletter if you want to see what the sentiment is for this one and for this one, because those are different. And then the sun is an old sun, like real old. I don't even remember. Sending Sunshine, I think this might be what it was called. And so there you go. I'm just going to stamp the stamps with black, and I'm going to use this for some little bookmarks. I'm going to use this piece particularly, and maybe the others as well. I don't know. I found a whole pack of these bookmarks at a yard sale. I'm going to just do probably 2. That's probably all I'll have time to do today. So that's... This is not Stampin' Up. This is you can find stuff like this like super cheap and easy all over the place, and then it's already done for me. But the little image is going to have to go on this space, so it's going to be pretty small. So I am going to just kind of keep this here so that I know what I'm doing. I think what we'll do for the bookmark, I really like for a bookmark, I like the Life is an Adventure, Come Along, Hop, Skip, and Jump Your Way Through Life, Life Short, Remember to Play. So any of those would be really good. This swinging one has a When Life Brings You Low, Swing High. It's great, but you could do any of these other. It's Your Day to Play, would be good with this one too. But I've already done my guy one, and that'd be good for a Father's Day little quick little gift. A bookmark is nice. How many of you actually read books still? Like an old book? I do. Our whole family still does. So I know we will be using our bookmarks because they're just paper. They die pretty quick, actually, within the probably 2 books. So it's nice to have a nice fresh one. And the image is going to fit really small. I'm probably going to even just fussy cut them out, because this one does not have dies. Now, right now, Stampin' Up! Does have a special. And because the images are smaller on the box than they are, you just kind of stick it on there and see if it's going to really work. It will. And so I'm gonna go, I could stamp it right on there, but because I wanna use the DSP to firm this up as well. It's pretty weak as it is because it is not Stampin' Up! Cardstock, which is much stronger. So I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna just stamp a couple of these images. This is a really cute little set. Doesn't cost very much, but anyway, remember that sweet special, that's through the end of this month here in June. And I think we'll do this one. Just these two. Okay, I'm not going to do the other ones. The other one's cute too, but he's kind of more like a baby. And, you know, you don't usually use babies. You know, don't need the books you're reading a baby or a toddler, you're not going to need a bookmark for. At least not our kids anyway. Maybe if your kid's like super genius, maybe, but I doubt it. I doubt that they are. I'm pretty cynical. I think for the color of the sentiment, I don't think I'll do a sentiment. Should I do a sentiment? Let's just see. I'm going to do It's Your Day to Play. No, that's not a good one for a bookmark. Let's do Life Short, Remember to Play. Now, I do really like that. I think I'd like to do it in Pretty Peacock and make it match. But let's see. Oh, it could fit here really good. So let me do that. Let me go grab Pretty Peacock. I've got it right over here in the corner. It won't take me very long to hunt it down, I think. Do I keep it in the greens or do I keep it in the blues? I never really can remember where I keep Pretty Peacock. So I'm having a hard time actually seeing it. I know it's here somewhere. This is Shady Spruce. That's not it. There you are. Right on the top. Oh my goodness. My parents would have said if it was a snake, it would have bit you. Okay, so I did take these stamps and I, after I put the image on it, I cut it really close to the words because I was having a real issue. They're tiny. It's a tiny little stamp and real easy to rock. And if you've got ink anywhere else other than those words, it's gonna make a big mess. There is a little dirt thing that's kind of cool, you know, under some of these if you wanted to do that, but I don't need to on this image. All right, now I do want something small, but I'm not, oh, here you go. The hop, skip, and jump your way through life probably could fit right on the side over here. Do you think? I think it might. Let's just see. I'm going to give it a try. And if I don't like it, then I can just, oops, let's do it like this so it actually is stamping on there good. If I don't like it, no, it fits perfect. That is awesome. And then that is going to just make it all the easier for me to cut out and put on my bookmark. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So the sweet deal is buy a sweet, get one at 50% off. It's just through the end of this month, so you don't want to miss it. And you can always find me. I'm easy to find. If you want to order through me, I do appreciate it. And just type in Kathy Crow, and you will find me here in Springfield, Missouri. So there you go. Let's go ahead and color this. This is kind of fun. It's going to be very simple to do. So I've got smoky slate. I'm going to start with a light, and we'll see how light it is. It's not all that light. So I'm going to go ahead with my dark smoky slate and just do the edge. I'm not going to take a lot of skill here. This does not need to be too tough. We're going to do a little bit here, like there. And I'm going to go ahead and do the ladder with the dark smoky slate. I'm going to even go there. Okay, now I've got, this is the only Copic pen I'm using. This is a T1, and it's because I need this to be lighter. Okay, and that will blend with our smoky slate really well. And then it's going to make that little edge a little bit lighter. We'll wash that down a little bit. It does blend. It's not the greatest to blend, but it does blend. Okay, right there. It's just a lighter gray. And you know what? I'm going to make this grandma. This is grandma. Okay? I played hopscotch with my grandkids when we were in California just a few years ago. It was very fun because kids don't learn hopscotch anymore. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it. It's shocking to me that they don't know how to play hopscotch. And maybe they do now. They were actually not in school then, so they probably do now. Well, they do from me, certainly. In fact, I think, did I buy them? I think I bought them a hoppy taw so that they would have a hoppy taw. So this is bronze. I think we'll do her as a blonde. This is ivory. These are two blends that go together. They get all of our blends get sold as a pair, and that ivory blends really well with bronze. So we're going to make their shoes brown. Actually, I think we're going to want to do it with the shoes. I might put a little wild wheat in here on hers. Okay, and I think not there. We'll get to that one. I'm not so sure. I'm going to do petal pink for their skin next, just because that's a very light color, and I like to do that one pretty fast. I am careful on this ink. It won't smear, but I still am careful with it because that black, if it does smear, means it's shot, and I'd have to start all over again. So I'm not like rubbing right on top of that ink real hard. I'm kind of gonna dab around where I am kind of having to go on, especially her face. It's got a lot of black ink on here. And look at your tip every once in a while and make sure that no ink is coming up on it. If you're using tuxedo black, it should not. Do not use your StazOn with these. In fact, I don't use StazOn almost ever because I color with these alcohol pens, and they don't play nice with StazOn ink. StazOn ink is really good if you are doing some embossing, but other than that, I never need it. Okay, so that was petal pink. This is ivory and bronze, and I might still use the ivory because I'm going to use, I think, daffodil. No, let's try lemon lolly. Let's see how light the lemon lolly is for her hair. Pretty light, a little too light. Let's do dark lemon lolly. Perfect. Yeah, you want it to be true blonde, and dark and daffodil delight just really kind of isn't. All right, so I do like lemon lolly. We're gonna keep, ooh, I broke that one. We're gonna keep that, and then daffodil delight, you'll just have to stay unused probably for today, because if you take your designer series paper and look on the back where you see the name Everyday Happiness, it lists all the colors, and it says gray granite, Lost Lagoon, mossy meadow, wild wheat, and very vanilla. Well, frankly, this is vanilla, but it's also very close to white, so I'm doing white. This probably is gray granite, but I'm using smoky slate because the leaf looked much more gray to me. I don't know. It could just be me, but sometimes those colors, they're not perfect, you know. All right, we do want a lot of pool party, and I want wild wheat because those are obvious colors in this. So I'm just thinking about where I want my wild wheat. I think we'll put that in her shorts. And we're just going to do the same color combo here too. So we'll do wild wheat shoes. And that was dark wild wheat, I think. No, that was the light wild wheat. So that being the case, I'm going to grab out my daffodil, light daffodil, daffodil delight, the light one. And we're going to do that because I don't really want super dark shorts, you know, and maybe we will do a super dark shirt for mom. So we've got dark wild wheat, and the reason we sell these as duo colors is because they blend really nicely with my other Copic pens and other alcohol pens. They will blend with each other, but they don't always blend with other companies' ones, you know, because some blend better than others. And so by buying just a set, a small set, you don't need to have very many. You can do some really nice things with Stampin' Up! Blending pens, because these are going to always go together. They're going to always blend, they're going to match, and they do generally with most of the colors. Now let's give one of them some gray. I wanted some gray. Oh, the gray's going to go down here in the little hopscotch. So we're going to do a little bit of dark here for shadow. Okay, just a little. Doesn't need to be a lot. And then lights, not light enough. We're going to go with the T1 again to get the more of a cement color going here. A lighter cement color. There, I could get a T0 and it would get really light on the edge, but it's not necessary. So if you want to be part of a team, mine's always available. This is not a good time to join necessarily because there's no special going on. But if you just hang in there, there's always one coming, you know, there always is. So just keep checking. Right now, you're going to want to go online and see what kinds of things are still in the clearance section. It's called the last chance because this is the time of year to be buying some things on sale. There's also new kits. Oh man, there's some really cute things out there. So if you check those out, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by what you might see. Okay, so that was dark pool party and light pool party. And then I'm going to get the paper up here and see if it's the right color, because that's looking pretty pale. And yeah, so it is darker, isn't it? So let me go into my blues and find a pretty peacock and see if we can get that to match just a tiny bit better. Pretty peacock. Oh, you are in my green one. That's right. It's hard to tell me. I've switched them back and forth. Are you blue or are you green? And I think I didn't have enough room in my blue one, my blue container, so I ended up just putting Pretty Peacock in. There you are. Okay, so I've got a new dark Pretty Peacock, and I've got a light and a dark in my old one, which is kind of running out, but I kind of keep it around because it's dark, 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 dark. I just need this to blend a little bit and be a bit darker. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. We'll get out the dark pool party and see if we can get these pants to get to the right color by adding some of that Pretty Peacock. That's doing it nicely. Pretty close, pretty close. You know, I would say that the color is just a little more blue than green. So if you get into this quandary and you're not really sure how to fix it, all you need to do is just note whether you've got more yellow or more blue, more red or whatever. And then you're going to want to just get that color, get the lightest kind that you've got. Let me put my Pretty Peacock back. And I'm going to find a blue that's going to maybe make that just a tiny bit more blue, because I think we have something called Seaside Spray that I believe went really well with Pretty Peacock. It seemed to me that I recall using it that way before. Balmy Blue or Seaside Spray, but Seaside Spray is lighter. So if you happen to still have an old Seaside Spray, I'm trying to find one. Well, there's a light one. If you happen to have one, then you can try it and let's see what happens. See if that'll add in any blue to it without washing it out. There we go. Yep, that is it. So that's getting us closer to what that color actually is. Liking it a lot. Very nice. Okay, you just have to work it. You'll figure it out. It's one reason why you need a lot of pins. You just need a lot. And then I can take this and I could cut it or cut around it. You know, I could just do, let's just do maybe a little square. Let's find a little rectangular piece. Let's see how big of a die I need. That will fit, and it will barely fit. Let's try this one. It's a little bit narrower. That one's too narrow. That one's not bad. Okay, we're gonna just use this. I'm gonna cut it over here on the side real quick, just using my little die cutter machine. And where did I put my other stamping? Or, oh, the plate's right on top of it, you ding dong. You're sitting right on it. You didn't even know it. Oh, it's kind of hard to go through the embossing machine with your die like straight on like that. If you put it at an angle, you know, if I sit it at an angle and go like this, it's much easier because it's coming in at that corner. So I think I'll try that on this next pass because, man, I was having a hard time getting that one to go. So we'll try that again and angle it this time. And I suspect it's going to be, yep, so much easier to go through. All right, so now we've got those. If you want to have a nice little, you know, background on it, normally you would want to sponge that in, and that would look really nice. But frankly, this is just a little bookmark meant to just throw away fairly quickly. So I don't think we need to do all of that. All right, so now all I need to do is just get the dimensions of this little bookmark, and then we're going to cut out that paper, glue it on, and we'll be all set. So this is 2 1/4 inch long, and we're going to do, well, we might as well do the whole length of it, and by 6. Okay, so we're going to go, oops, let me grab my cutting machine and my little board. And we're going to raise you up so you're not quite so close. So we need it to be 2 1/4. And I want to make sure this is showing good, this vine. Let's see here. Yep, I think that's going to be good because I want to make sure the vine is going to show. You know, I am actually going to just take off a tiny bit of this gray on the side, just a little bit of it, so I get my colors a bit better. 2 1/4. By 6, which is right flat against the edge. And then 2 1/4. We're gonna 2 1/4. Ooh, we are perfect on the size here, so I don't have any room for wiggling on that one. We'll go 6, because that was 12 by 12, obviously. And then I'm gonna just glue this right on here. We'll need to round our corners, but I think I'll just do that with my scissors rather than my corner rounder. I do have a corner rounder, but I don't know if it's gonna be exactly the same angle. So actually I'm gonna bring it over and I'll round it after I've glued it on, because I'm a little unsure whether I'm gonna end up with the exact same angle of curve. It might be a slightly different one, and I don't really want that. It's still feeling a little flimsy to me, but hey, it's okay. It'll be fine. So I'm gonna apply my glue, and you could use this side of the paper too. It's real pretty, isn't it? I love this everyday, what is it, happiness? Everyday happiness, something like that. It's real pretty. I haven't used it very much yet, but I think it's one of my favorite ones. Okay, so we've got that on there. Very cute. Here's one. Let's do the other one. Oh boy, it is sun. The sun is out and it's looking beautiful. I am so shocked that it is because it was really rainy and cloudy, and I thought it was going to be rainy and or at least cloudy all day long. But I bet it is nice. It should be nice tomorrow, and then we're due for a whole lot of rain again. But I'm so glad for that because that just means I don't have to be out there watering because we've got a pretty good number of flowers out there. And I don't want to be doing that. Now, you can take your hole punch. Oh, that's the little one. We want a bigger one. And we're going to punch that right there. And that one right there. And then I've got this is an old corner rounder. Yeah, see, it wasn't exactly the same. So I'm glad I didn't try doing it beforehand. All right, there we go. Trim that up. Oh, so cute. There's nothing like a bookmark, you know? It's a very easy thing to add to a card when you're making a card for somebody. And most people, even if they don't read it very much, they really appreciate getting a bookmark because we used to have them all the time. You know, kids would make them for you all the time. People don't anymore because they just assume you don't need it or want it. But what do you think? Isn't this cute? Very easy project, very easy way to use. You could put, you know, dimensionals and raise it if you want to. You could frame it even with a little dark, pretty peacock edge around there. That would look nice, but it's pretty nice even just as is. Very happy. So that is the project today. Very simple, very easy, and I hope that you enjoy this stamp set. Make sure you follow my page and subscribe. Subscribing to anything for YouTube is free, easy to do. You can set to be, you know, notified when things get posted and or not. So it's easy to not be annoyed by things that you didn't want to see. And I just need some ribbon for that. So let me see what I've got. I think I have a bunch of pretty peacock stuff over here. Let me have a peek. Oh boy. I don't. What in the world? I know I have something. I know I used to have a bunch, but I am not seeing a bunch. Let's see. What can I use? Ah, I see it. This one is not really what I wanted, but it will work in a pinch. All right, so this is pretty peacock on one side. We had this a long time ago, and I've got several spools of it. It's olive green on this side, pretty peacock on this side. Isn't it pretty? It is beautiful, but I want to make sure the pretty peacock side is up. So we'll give that a twist and thread that through. And so, yeah, this one is retired. I'm terribly sorry. But you know what? That color ribbon is actually shouldn't be too hard to find. Still has the little ending part because I joined them onto one roll. Actually, that's feeling sticky, so I'm going to get rid of that and that. My scissors need to be sharpened. Let's sharpen you a little bit here. Oops, wrong way. Oh, I probably just ruined them. Come on. There we go. That might help a little bit. Okay. That's better. I don't want it any shorter than that. And this one. right. Wonderful. All right, so just that. I only didn't do the swings and that guy. You know what? They do turn out really cute. And it's nice to be able to make them a grandma and a grandpa. I mean, I think, you know, when your kids are little, you do have time to do some of these things with them, but not as much as you'd like. And the days go fast. So make sure you use them to full advantage. Being a grandparent is nice because you have a bit of time to be able to do those things. When you see them, we don't live right near our kids, so unfortunately we don't get to do that too often. But the little bit that we do, we love and really appreciate, and they are wonderful, as I'm sure yours are too. All right, so there were our colors, and I hope you have a lovely day and enjoy all things Stampin' Up. And I will see you next week. I think we're all done. Let me see if I can turn me around. Oh, good, I can, because it's always hard for me to see what's what. All right, thanks a lot for joining me. I will see you later. Bye.